Talk about something that we normally don't talk about on the open platform, but it's something that we need to talk about. Now, I suffered, I suffered. But what exactly did I suffer from? Well, for 25 years, I suffered from the most worst cycle that you can ever imagine. My cycle was so heavy and so terrible that it stopped me from everyday life. I could not work, I could not go to school, because for 3 days I was incapable of doing anything. And so what we're talking about is the untold story about sanitary napkins and why you should pay attention to it, and why this could potentially be the catalyst of why you're not feeling well. Now, I did not realize that in traditional sanitary napkins and tampons, it has a lot of chemicals in it. One in particular is called dioxin. Dioxin has been actually linked to cancer, and it can disrupt your immunity, it can disrupt your reproductive organs, it can do a whole lot of different things to you. But ladies, did you know that your sanitary napkins is actually made from recycled garbage? Let me say it one more time. The sanitary napkins that your 9 times out of 10 is using is actually made from recycled garbage, newspapers, and it's put in a filtration system, wrapped up, mashed up, very real pretty, and then they actually slap chlorine in it to clean it out, quote unquote, and then we put it on our bodies without even knowing it. I personally feel that each sanitary napkin, each tampon should have a warning label slapped on it, because as a consumer, we just don't know. We just don't know. And so what I'm going to be doing today is talking to you not only about dioxin, but also talking to you about something that really changed my life. And I know you hear that phrase a whole lot. Something changed my life, woo, right? But I'm telling you, I had never thought that a sanitary napkin could be the catalyst to me feeling 100%. Now, I come from a health and wellness field, so I always do natural stuff, plant-based therapeutic, but yet I was doing this for years and years and years, but I never felt my optimal health. You would think, what do they tell you? If you have the correct food, diet, and exercise, you're gonna be healthy, right? You're gonna be healthy. Food, diet, exercise, food, diet, exercise. But guess what? I did food, diet, exercise, and yet I still was not optimal health until I started digging and doing research and found out that the sanitary napkins have toxins, has chemical in it that can inhibit or mess with our health. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna do a demonstration, because I'm like this. You can tell me anything else, but I wanna see proof in the pudding. You can talk that talk and walk that walk, but until you show me that it works, you can go with somebody, you can do something else, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a demonstration, because one of the main reasons why women actually use tampons is because our sanitary napkins failed us. We don't like to feel icky, we don't like the odor, and we want to be able to wear the outfits that we like to wear. And if you have a heavy flow, then you don't want to wear something that look like a pamper. You don't want to wear something that's thick, right? It's uncomfortable. So I want you to look at this pad. Do y'all see it? I need a nod. I need to know y'all see what I'm doing. Okay, ladies, this is the heavy flow sanitary napkin. All right. When I first saw this, I said, y'all need to stop pulling my leg. No way in the world is this gonna hold my heavy flow. I want you to notice how the sanitary napkin is actually enclosed. Our sanitary napkins are totally enclosed in order to make sure that you take care. I like to call mine a honey pot. I don't know what you call yours, but I call mine a honey pot. So make sure that it's clean, because women, you know, we take everything and throw them in our pocketbook, right? Tater, chips, makeup, children pacifiers, bottles, shoes. Y'all know y'all do it. You know you do it. And guess what? We have our sanitary napkins, tampons in there. And guess what's getting on that? That dirt, that rut mixed up in with all that little nasty little graphene. I mean, not graphene, nasty little dioxin that be in the sanitary napkin, right? So as you can see, it's totally enclosed for your safety and also to help keep it clean. Because at the end of the day, it's a sanitary napkin. It's supposed to be sanitary, right? Now we're gonna open it up. And one thing I want you to see and notice with the sanitary napkin is it's super, super thin. And if you can see this up close, which I wish you could, And if I didn't have on these heels, I'd jump down off the stage, but I'm not gonna try with no heels on. So, so if you wanna see it close up, you can see me outside. But you know, ladies, we love wings. Why do we love wings? Because, not because we love Patty as well, you know, not because we love her, but you know, I do love some Patty. But anyway, another topic. Because we like to keep it in place, because we're moving, we're chasing behind kids, we're working, we're exercising, we're doing all these things, and we need our sanitary napkin to stay in place. So we have all of this in place so it can stay in place. Not only do we have that, we have something that we kind of stole from the babies a little bit. You know how the babies have the cruiser little pampers to hold their little thigh? You know, so the little accidents won't come out, boop, 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 make it visible for mama, because daddy ain't gonna clean it, right? So, we actually have leak guards on our sanitary napkin. We are the only company in North America to have this. You cannot get this anywhere else other than a person like me, because we are the first and the only in North America to have it. Now, the Medical Advisory Board says that on average one flow is between 15 to 50 milliliters of flow during the day. Now, some women are heavier, some women are lighter. We're not going to debate that because, you know, all of us have this amazing bodies, right? We all have these amazing bodies. Some of us a little heavy, some of us. So as you can see, this is 50. Now, I put food coloring in it so that everybody all the way to the back of the room can see that I'm not playing no games with you today. I'm not playing no games. I'm not trying to do no who win and say, oh, I'm going to switch the rule. No games. This is 50 milliliters of liquid. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off here, and I am actually going to pour it in this sanitary napkin. And I am going to let you I'm going to pour it in this sanitary napkin, and I am going to show you why this is such a game changer in regards to female wellness. Now, you know, we do not like to be wet. We do not like to feel icky. We do not like the odor. And I know that this is something we don't like to talk about on open platform, but we need to talk about it because you know we have these issues that need to be taken care of, right? And so what we do, we have a 10-time, this sanitary napkin is 10 times more absorbent than your traditional sanitary napkin, which means that it's really gonna do what it's supposed to do for you, because you know many times it doesn't absorb properly. So what I want you to see, you guys, everybody saw where I actually poured it in there, right? I didn't hoodwink you, saw me do it. What do you see? Do you see the green? Do you see the green food coloring? It's dry. You know why it's dry? Because we have a plant-based polymer, all natural. That's another thing. A plant-based polymer that actually is 10 times more absorbent than the traditional sanitary napkin. So you don't have to worry about the toxins and the chemicals to get inside of, I like to say my honey pie, but you can call her what you like. But it keeps you cool, it keeps you dry. Now I have something else that I want to show you a little bit later on as we finish this discussion. This little strip here, which is revolutionary in actually what it does in regards to female wellness. So you saw where I poured 50 milliliters of liquid in it. Now you probably never saw anybody break up a pad before because you never thought about it, right? Well, anyway, this is our absorption system. This is our absorption system. It's made from plant-based polymer. And so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pour more water on it. Now, I put food coloring in it so that everybody can see it from the front of the room to the back of the room, what I'm actually doing. Ladies, we are really battling a battle in regards to trying to keep ourselves healthy and well. Now, if you was close, you'll be able to see that this sanitary napkin, the top layer, actually has holes in it. Why do you think we have holes in our top layer of our sanitary napkin? It's because we need ventilation down in that most precious area. A lot of our problems come about because we have moisture and we have wetness, and when we have our flow coming down, bacteria is in our flow because we're actually going through a purification during our cycle. Our body is cleansing itself, so it's going to have some bacteria. Well, with traditional sanitary napkins and also tampons, what it does, it don't have this ventilation. So what you will notice is that you will start having that wet, icky feeling that we don't like. You will start having that smell that comes along with not having enough absorption that is really going to take care of the problem. And so these holes are a game changer in the fact that it's going to not only keep you dry, but it's going to keep that area cool and then break down so you won't have all that bacteria flowing down below. Now, you guys actually saw where I poured 50 milliliters in it, which was the advisory board said, hey, women flow between 15 to 50 milliliters. Now, I don't know how much I poured in this cup just now. Probably was 100, 150. Dry. And if you could touch it, it's cool to the touch because, you know, during our time of the month, we are hot. Not just attitude, but we hot. We feel hot, right? So it actually keeps us cool and it keeps us dry. Now, the next thing I want you to see is our bottom layer. You're probably saying, this child is breaking down a master bed, a sanitary napkin, because I want you to know better so you can do better, because this is an important thing. Our bottom layer actually has the exact same holes on it, because just like on the top layer you need ventilation on the bottom layer too. And what makes us different from other places is that our sanitary napkins is not made from that garbage plastic similar to a trash bag that you use in your kitchen. It's not made from that. So, look at this. I barely put pressure to it. You know why it does this? It's because this sanitary napkin is biodegradable. It's biodegradable, which means it's not only safe and healthy for your most precious part, your honey pot, but it's not going to lay in a landfill for years and years to come like the other stuff that we've been using ever since we've been born. Women have been suffering in silence for so long, and now we finally have something that will not only take care of the problem, keep us cool, keep us dry, don't have the toxins and chemicals, but also something that is not going to mess up the earth at the same time. Now I'm going to talk to you about this. Do anybody know what this is? It is graphene. Graphene, if you don't know about graphene, I want you to Google it because graphene is a 99.9% bacteria killer. In 2010, the men that discovered graphene actually received a Nobel Prize. You do not get a Nobel Prize if you didn't do something that is going to help humanity in a large way. So, this is what is another game changer other than all the amazing, the four-wall protection, the leak guards, the 10 times more absorbent plant-based polymer. Yeah, we have all that. But guess what? We have graphene as well. What is this little strip? It's graphene. You see I'm touching it. I'm playing with it a little bit, right? Yes. I'm putting it here. I'm putting it there. I'm doing it for a reason. I'm not just crazy. I'm doing it for a reason. You're going to see why I'm doing this. Did you know that graphene actually is alive energy? Your body has live energy in it. Your body, your mind. We all have natural energy in our bodies. And if you're saying, no, I don't. Yes, you do. Have you ever experienced you walk up to somebody and you touch them and you shock them? Baby, that's energy. Boom, you got it. We all have it. So what exactly does this graphene do? I'm gonna let you Google it, but I'm also gonna show you something that's gonna blow your mind. And you saw how I was actually touching it, putting it on my skin and everything like that, right? You nod to me, let me know I'm not talking to myself. Do move your head, yeah. You saw me, right? I touched it. Just in case some of you in the back missed it. Y'all probably said this crazy woman wrapped up with a scarf. Boom! Put it on me, right? Put it on me. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's what I do. Now, I have a reason to the madness of why I'm doing this, because I don't want none of y'all asking me, after you see this, saying, what is that gonna do to my honey pot? So let me show you what, remember, now why is this crazy lady pulling out a light bulb? That's why I'm saying, what do a light bulb have to do with sanitary napkins? I'm about to tell you. Well, guess what? This is not, let me give you a little disclaimer, my beautiful ladies in here and young girls. This is not the type of light bulb that you go in and illuminate your house. A 40-watt light bulb, 60-watt, This is a 7-watt light bulb, which just simply means that if this light bulb detects your energy, you can sit here and rub your hands real fervently, and you can illuminate this 7-watt light bulb just from the sheer energy that comes in your body from friction. Now, what I'm gonna do, did you just sit? How does this woman light up a light bulb and she ain't got no light? She ain't got no, oh, is it magic? No. What is it? It's the power of graphene. This light bulb, when it detects energy, it illuminates. Like I said before, we all have energy in our bodies. So I can do this simply if I rub my hands enough. I can light this light bulb just like that. But graphene, when it detects live energy, it illuminates. Wow, right? I actually used this. I took the graphene strip out of my sanitary napkin when our light went out when the storm came. And we walking around the house like this. Woo, child, my honey pot done lit up the house. That's what we did, right? But as you can see, the reason why I want to show you this is because I want you to see that yes, although it does illuminate, it is a different form of energy. We are trained to think the only way that we can light something if we have a cord on it, or if we have, you know, just electricity. Well, guess what? Water dams, windmills, what does that create? Energy. This is just another form in a natural way, because graphene is actually a carbon-based molecule. For anybody who loves science, it's a carbon-based molecule. It is 2 times stronger than steel, but flexible and durable. So why would we put a graphene strip inside of a sanitary napkin? It is because graphene has many things that can also support your wellness. Graphene, that's why I tell you, get these books if you don't have them. Google it online. Graphene has a lot of different things in it that actually support your wellness. I actually went from suffering for 25 long years from a heavy flow cycle to only 3 days since I've been using these sanitary napkins. I no longer have cramps. I no longer have mental fog. I personally no longer deal with all the issues that I dealt with before, because I'm using something that is not only safe for the earth, but it's safe for me as well. And I'm a person like this. I'm not going to tell you something that I won't do myself. And I use these babies every month, and my daughter as well, and it has changed our life. Graphene is nicknamed the medical revolution of our time because of all of the versatility and how it actually works inside the body, and how we can actually change the way we live our life right now, because it can detect natural energy. It's companies that actually working on graphene paint. So why would companies work on a graphene paint? It detects energy. So if you paint your walls with this graphene paint, you walk in the room, it detects your energy, and the room will illuminate just by you just walking in the room. When you walk out, it will go down. Samsung, if big companies are watching and using this stuff, we need to start paying attention. Samsung is actually working on a charger that as soon as you put your phone on it, about a minute later, boom, your phone is charged. So we need to start paying attention to what is going on in the medical field in regards to this amazing technology that was made from the earth. So this is the one-of-a-kind, all-natural graphene-infused sanitary napkin, no chemicals, no toxins, and it has this Nobel Prize-winning graphene in it. I am outside in I think you call it the lobby. I'm out there in our lobby. So if you want to talk more in depth about this, and I also have a free PDF that actually talks more in detail that you can get for absolutely free. And I really appreciate you guys allowing me to talk today, because guess what? I no longer suffer. You do not have to suffer. In my personal opinion, cramps is optional. Suffering is optional. And we're starting today breaking the silence on all of this female suffering that we have. And your grandchild, your daughter, your niece, none of them should be putting that toxic stuff on their bodies, because in essence, it could be causing you to be sick. It was in my case, it may possibly be the callus to why you're not feeling well as well. So I am getting ready to go. I am Tina from Heal the Honey Pot, because that's what I like to call mine, but you can call yours whatever you like. And thank you guys for talking to me. And remember, graphene, check it out.